Welcome back to the Misyk and Maat Sports Talk Podcast, episode 8.
Yay.
We got 2 special guests. No Cody this ep, but he'll be back next week. But we got 2 special guests, 2 returning guests. We got Misyk and Hoop. Woo!
Yeah.
Hoop's first time back since episode 2 and his first time in the new studio. Mucky's been here before.
Oh, yeah.
We got Vegas versus Edmonton in the studio. Battle of the Pacific.
Yeah.
Ryan said some shit earlier.
Some good shit.
He was like, yeah, I think the Oilers are going number 1 over Vegas. Yeah, you
It's
know.
not going to be Vegas at this time.
Well, because Vegas is dead.
We'll
Yeah.
get into that. So I want to hear you guys talk about this. But we'll get into that later. Start of November. Halloween just happened.
Yep.
Did you guys have fun Halloween?
Yeah, it was pretty chill.
What'd you guys do? Hey, I know what Hoop did.
You already know.
Me and Hoop partied. Mucky, what did you do?
Oh, I just had Lauren over. We hung out, watched some movies.
Who's Lauren?
Oh, my girlfriend.
I know that, but the audience
Oh, the
doesn't.
audience does it. Well, I should hope they know because last time I was here, I was like, oh, yeah, for Valentine's Day, Lauren got me a gift.
Were you? Did you say that?
Yeah, because we were talking about the Vegas
Ethan
game.
wasn't even listening.
I do
Wow.
remember you. I didn't know that was on the pod,
Oh,
though.
yeah, it was on the pod.
Mucky's like, yeah, Lauren. And I'm like, who? He's like, you know who Lauren is. He's like, that's my girlfriend. He's like, I talk about Lauren all the time.
I
Good.
do.
And I'm like, yeah, but the audience.
Ethan just doesn't listen.
Ethan's like, what?
That time that once we were at Cody's house and we were talking to Cody's mom and she was like, I heard that you call your girlfriend your wife sometimes. And Mucky's like, huh? He's like, I don't have a wife. He's like, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah, I do call her my wife sometimes, though.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's cute.
I know.
But we're
I
back.
hope she listens to this. Score some brownie
If
points.
she's the hello, Lauren. But yeah, we're back. Episode 8. I was really busy this weekend, so I didn't take a lot of notes. We're just going to have fun, fuck around, and talk. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some stuff to talk about. The World Series is going on right now, but these 2 poops don't know about it. There might be a winner literally soon.
I don't know anything about the World Series. I'll Google it right
Someone
now.
can win the World Series tonight. If Atlanta wins, it's over. We
World
could break
Series.
that live on pod.
I'm not a big baseball guy, but didn't the Astros win the last one?
No, LA won the last one.
They're playing right
Didn't-
now. It's top of the
Astros won a
sixth.
few years ago.
Yeah, they won. Oh, yeah. I wasn't paying attention to that.
He's like, I'm not a big baseball guy.
I'm not.
Ryan's a big football guy.
I'm on my way to becoming a big football guy.
Oh boy.
He's like, I love football. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like,
I don't know.
He's
I
like,
can't watch anything because I don't have any channels. I only have hockey channels.
I'm pretty sure football is on
It's probably
channels.
You have to get like certain channels.
I swear I've
Bullshit.
seen
Well, yeah.
seen football on there.
on Sportsnet. Maybe not TSN because TSN mostly does like
Yeah,
Canadian
I have
stuff.
just TSN stuff.
You just have TSN?
You gonna keep crying about whether or not I watch football?
You're a big football guy. You're our football insider. I'd hope you watch football. You're a football guy.
I look at the notifications and I say, "Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you-
one."
Yeah, last time I talked about football with Ryan, I'm like, did the Packers win? He's like, maybe. And then we checked and we're like, they did. And he's like, yeah. But,
Top
yeah.
of the division.
Packers? Are they?
They're 7-1-0, I think. Just fucking awesome.
How do you go 1-0? Oh, I thought you said 0-1.
What?
I was wondering how you got the 1.
7 wins, 1 loss.
Yes, I understand that, but I thought you said 7-0-1 at first, and I was hella confused on how you got the extra
Because
number.
I think he said 7-1-0.
I did.
No, you did, and I just heard it wrong.
Only
Yeah.
some people.
We don't have to
listen.
make a huge deal about it.
Okay.
Okay. No, we'll talk some hockey, but that's really all we can talk about. I'm not gonna steer a baseball conversation with our 2 guests who don't follow baseball.
Well, I'm looking at the thing right now. It's top of the 6th, and
Braves are winning.
Atlanta's winning 6-0, so I guess they'll win.
We
I
might
don't
find
care either
out,
way, but
depending on how long we record, we might break a World Series win. I'm
heard it
not
here
really
first.
break. Pardon?
Anybody watching the game is actually listening to this, so you heard it here first.
Yeah, we'll go out by out. We'll call the game live.
Yeah.
No, but we'll get into some hockey. I want to talk about Jack Eichel because those rumors are heating up.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Why not? I thought it was really interesting because the rumors are Vegas, and that's Mucky's team.
That's Mucky's team.
Who do you think? What do you think? I want to ask both of you this question.
I saw on a who would I see it on? I saw it on an Instagram page that there's going to be a trade between Buffalo, Vegas, and Columbus. And Columbus is getting some picks so that they can take some of the
That makes sense.
Eichel contract off of Vegas. But Vegas is giving up, in theory, is giving up, I think it was Tuck, a first round, Peyton Krebs, and Nick Hague, I think. Plus picks to
Fuck it.
What are they called?
Draft picks? Oh,
But
I thought
yeah,
you were
picks
asking
to
what picks were
Columbus.
called.
Yeah, draft picks to Columbus so they can take some of the contract.
What do you think? As a Vegas fan,
I don't
thumbs up.
want them.
Obviously, nothing's confirmed yet.
Yeah.
But like, if that was the trade, what would you think?
I'd miss Tuck. I'd also be a bit. Well, he's been playing pretty well. I think out of the two, I'd rather keep Hague just because he's been playing better than Krebs.
I saw rumors that it would be Hague or Theodore, and I don't think that's a fair comparison.
No.
I think Theodore's way better.
Well, yeah, and also Theodore's better, right? Hague might be better, maybe. In
I
the
also
future.
put Theodore in my top 5 at our first ep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Throwback to episode 1 of the Misyk And Maat Sports Talk.
With me.
Well, like I
Yeah.
think they should make a move for Eichel, and if they can keep Tuck to keep him because he was our third best scorer, I think, last year. But I guess when you get Eichel,
Yeah, but you
that
get
first
like
line is awesome.
You get like a
star.
legit center and a legit
Yeah.
star.
And
Yeah.
that's what they were talking about again today when I was watching the Leafs and Vegas game. They were talking about, well, when everyone's injured, you really want to win those little battles like the face-offs and stuff because you win the face-off, you get a scoring chance. You lose the face-off, good chance you're going to get scored on because you have nobody to score with.
Yeah, Vegas is off to a rough start. A lot of injuries.
Yeah, everyone's broken.
Mucky can talk about that if he wants. I feel like you talked about that last episode.
Yeah, I did, but it's worse now because
Oh.
now Wild Billy's out.
Yeah, William
Karlsson,
Karlsson.
6 weeks, I think.
We didn't have Hoomp on the episode. We didn't have Hoomp on Mucky's debut episode, and I think that would have been awesome if we did.
Yeah,
Because that was the episode where Mucky wholeheartedly hated the Zach Cassian goal
Yeah.
because he thinks.
I think it was fake. Well, not fake, but
Also,
I think it
by
wasn't
looking at
intentional.
Ryan's reaction, you could tell he didn't listen to the app because you would have known.
Mucky's told me that like countless times, so I know what he thinks about the Zach Cassian goal. I
think
didn't
it
know
was
he said it on
bullshit.
the app.
I think it was bullshit.
Goal's a goal. Don't care.
We got
Zach Cassian W.
a almost Vegas fan arguing with a Vegas fan.
I can't believe you brought that up.
Yeah, Hoom's like, I'm jumping ship, and I said, come to Vegas, and he went, I'm thinking about it.
Need backstory.
Yeah, so backstory, Ryan, go.
over
I
the
shouldn't
summer-
have said anything. You were starting the backstory, and then I cut your backstory off.
You did. I was
It's a
about to
horrible
say-
hosting moment.
I know.
I should quit.
You should.
I'm leaving fucking studio.
Thank God.
Hoomp and Mucky Sports Talk. So,
Okay.
Hoomp,
This,
what do you think?
So backstory. Ethan,
Okay, bye, Ethan.
you can close the door. Lock it.
I don't know how to. I don't go to this school.
Lock it.
I don't know how. Okay, anyway, I guess we're talking about this now.
Okay, so backstory. Over the summer, Ken Holland really took control over the Edmonton Oilers, where he did make the depth like fucking lethal. He traded away 3 big parts of the defensive core: Ethan Bear, Caleb Jones, who
He lost Adam Larson, but
lost Adam
Oh.
Larson.
Funny bit.
oh, he's back.
Wasn't that a hilarious bit that no one can watch because we're only audio?
Yeah. Anyway, back to
They
Hoom's
heard the door
story. Who's
closing.
been interrupted
Yeah,
3 times today.
It's so funny bit.
the host keeps interrupting my. Trying to be serious here, Ethan, but like, I mean, if you want to go
We
crazy,
literally discussed before the episode. We're like, we're gonna have some fun. And Hoom's like, can we actually have fun? Why wouldn't we?
Okay, back
This
to
is-
Hoom's story.
Anyway.
I'll complain about Hoomp later.
let me
Finish your story, Mister. Don't turn right.
Now you have to tell everyone about that backstory.
I'll clue him in after you're done.
Okay, so yeah, Ken Holland's like really taking apart this Oilers defense. So I'm just sitting here like, well, the Oilers need to get better on the defensive end and goaltending end. He hasn't done anything to the goaltending, and the defense just got a whole lot worse.
Didn't you just complain about Mike Smith not being named in the top 10 goalies?
No, Mike Smith's awesome. I'm not happy with Koskinen.
I have
Actually,
a rumor.
I wasn't happy with Koskinen. As right now, I'm actually pretty pleased with his play. But
Your dad's like, Costco's gonna have a breakout year, buddy.
and as of now, he's not doing too
I
bad.
have a
He's like a
rumor.
.933 save percentage. It's insane.
You want to hear my rumor, Hoop?
What's your rumor?
I saw on TikTok a couple of different videos, so it's not credible whatsoever. But I saw that there's a slight chance that there's going to be a trade
Marc-Andre Fleury.
with Marc-Andre Fleury to the Edmonton Oilers.
I heard that too, and Koskinen's involved.
Yeah, and if that happens,
I'd probably.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
I would probably. Lucky would be an Oilers fan.
I would not be an Oilers
Let
fan.
me tell you, it makes more sense than people give it credit for.
Yeah.
What, 1 year left? 2
Yeah,
years
he's-
left?
Yeah, he's
1 year left. Koskinen's also 1 year left. You want to make the money match somewhat.
Mm.
It makes sense at the deadline, especially if
Yeah.
Chicago shit like they are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Fleury would find more success in Edmonton than in Chicago.
I don't know.
I do know.
Edmonton
I
doesn't
think-
play a great defense, and he struggled under shitty defense in Chicago.
He has.
But he got that gorilla off his back.
He got the gorilla off his back.
Yeah, after losing like 8 fucking
Yeah.
games.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Compared to Chicago, I think Edmonton has a significantly better team.
Forwards.
I think he'd win. I think he'd
Forward-wise,
win more, but I don't think
he would win
he'd
more.
Be,
I think both teams aren't great at defense.
one is just really,
I think
really,
the
really
Oilers
good at
have
scoring.
defense that can score.
Yes, they do.
I don't think they have a good defense
Yeah.
as a defensive part.
Well, hasn't what's their up and coming defenseman?
Evan Bouchard.
Evan Bouchard. Hasn't he been playing really well?
He has been playing very well. They've had
Him
him in
and
the lineup.
Darnell making
Nurse-
up for Keith and Cece and Barry, and who's the other one?
Russell,
Okay.
You want to know something about Chris Russell?
what's up?
He's not good defensively. He just blocks shots.
Yeah, we talked about this last time.
Because all I hear is how good defensively Chris Russell is because he puts his body on the line. But he wouldn't have to put his body on the line if he wasn't so bad defensively. If he'd stop the rushes and pick off passes and shit like that.
That's why I miss
Good on
Larson.
you for putting your body on the line. But, like, how about you get a defenseman who
Could
stops that
Take away the puck and skate it back down the ice
and make
the
an outlet
defensive.
pass?
and make outlet exactly.
But I don't think
Ethan
that's
Barrymore.
I don't think that's the big problem with Chris Russell because I think a bunch of the Oiler defense can make outlet passes. They're a very mobile group. The problem with the Oiler defense is the defense.
Yeah.
They can score.
Oh yeah, they can score.
Tyson Barrie can put up a lot of points.
They can't play defense.
He's a right winger.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I've
Yeah.
watched Tyson Barrie.
yeah.
He's a winger.
He's a winger on defense. Good for him though. Make your money.
yeah.
Darnell Nurse is pretty good. I think he's a good player.
Oh, slightly overpaid, but
He is overpaid.
All the defensemen this offseason.
Other
got
than
hella
Morgan
overpaid,
Riley,
though,
who
I
we'll
think.
get into, I think is everyone else got overpaid. We'll talk about the Riley contract and the 8-year extension because I think it's actually a really good number.
That is.
8-year term is not good. I hate 8-year contracts because they're never good at the later half, but like numbers fine. I saw a funny.
60
We'll get into
million?
this more. Well, I saw a funny
okay.
tweet. What was it? I don't remember it.
awesome.
Forget I said any of that.
Can I bring up something to like get this awkward moment away?
It wasn't awkward till you said it was awkward.
I felt like it was awkward. Duncan Keith.
Wow, that really made the awkward thing go away.
1,000. I wasn't done.
You gonna finish?
1,200 NHL games gets his first goal as an Edmonton Oiler last night. How big is that? Isn't that crazy?
Duncan Keith is bad.
That's mean.
Was it even a nice goal?
You were at the
It
game.
actually was. I was at the game. it was Draisaitl feeding the puck
Let's go. He's
to the
on one of
net,
my fantasies.
and I think it was a shot deflected off the goalie's pad, and Keith was all the way down at the net for some reason.
Duncan, get back.
I say that to Petrangelo all the time. Like, where are you going?
I don't know what Keith was doing up there, but he got the goal, got the rebound, and I cheered.
Me and Ryan have one Twitter account that we love, and it's called Fake Ken Holland, and he just makes a bunch of funny tweets and
Imitating what the real Oilers GM would do.
He's like, I love Luke Glendening.
He's like,
The expansion draft comes around and he tweets out, "What do you mean we lost Griffin Reinhart?"
he's like, I've traded 3 of the 4 2015 picks. One more to go.
More. There was this one that I saw when they acquired Keith, and it was like trade away Ethan Bear and you guys get mad. Trade away Caleb Jones and you guys get mad. Sign Darnell Nurse to the Sun and the Moon and you guys get mad. Acquire future Hall of Famer Duncan Keith and you guys get mad. And he's like, what do you want from me, Oiler fans? He's like, give me a break.
I love that tweet so much.
Then there's this one from a few years ago, and he's like, I just talked to Connor after the season, and he yelled at me saying, "You're not my GM anymore, sad face."
He just made a tweet.
Funny. Did he actually?
Oh, rip Tobias Yamamoto.
Fake Ken Holland.
I don't know who that guy is, but he's funny.
Yeah, follow fake Oilers GM on Rip Tobias Yamamoto. Oh my God, what were we talking about? What were you guys talking about?
Was telling his story about how he almost jumped ship.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Edmonton Oilers trade away a lot of their more defensive defense, and I'm like, wow, awesome. And so I'm like in this deep hole of hockey depression, and I consider just getting a Vegas jersey. I'm gonna say it. But I only considered, and I didn't follow through. So you can't call me a bandwagon jumper yet. Not me.
Tisk.
Also, Vegas sucks.
I'm gonna be honest.
What?
We've talked about this on past episodes, and you could tell Hoomp doesn't listen because he never messaged me about it. I think Hoomp is the biggest crybaby ever.
Explain.
Oh, the Oilers lose in the first round, and Hoomp's like, "Oh, I can't do it anymore." He's like, "They lost in the first." He's like, "I'm not a hockey fan. I'm watching football." He's like, "Packers all day," and he's like, "Maybe I'll even become a Vegas fan with Mucky." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, Leafs lose in the first round every year for the last 5 years, and the Oilers lost
I overreacted.
once, and Hoomp is like, "It's every time." He's like, "I know they have the best player in the world, and Leon too." He's
And
like,
Mike Smith.
He's like, "I know they have the best player, and then they also have Connor and Leon too." He's like, "Zach Kassian, best player."
Didn't say that.
Yes, a poo.
Puljujarvi's awesome.
I hate that guy.
Kyle hates Puljujarvi.
Yeah,
I don't know
Mucky
why.
doesn't like.
He just has a really punchable face. If you're listening, Yessa, come to my house.
Mikhail wishes to inflict
If you're
violence upon
listening,
Jesse
no, if you're
Puljujarvi.
listening, yes, come on the pod.
And
Please.
talk to me.
Yeah, we'll have you and Mucky hash
We can
it
talk
out.
about nice bisons and
No, but
pizza.
I know that Ryan doesn't listen because he's never messaged me once about me being like, yeah, he's the biggest crybaby ever. It's just true.
I'm glad you told me that right here in the studio, right across the desk from you.
I was sitting in this desk on this mic 3-4 weeks ago saying the same thing.
Okay, so this sports talk is now just about you confronting me about not watching the or listening
This
to the
sports
pod?
talk has always been about roast Hoomp.
I don't think there's been an episode you guys haven't. been
Every
like, "Hope you're
episode we're
good."
like, Hoomp is dust. We're-
watching these or listening to these.
You have a
episodes.
title for this episode.
The title was gonna be Double Trouble because you guys are both here, but I would make it Hoomp is dust. Should we?
That'd be funny. Hoop is dust.
Shut up.
We're driving here. And I'm driving. Ryan's on my phone looking at Google Maps, and there's only one right turn. And he tells me, quote, "Don't turn right here." And then I start driving past it, and he goes, "Turn right! Turn right now! No!" And I'm like, huh? You just told me not to turn right.
Yep.
Your reaction.
And then we
timing
had to
was
do
very
like a
slow.
big U-turn and turn
I'm like
at the same place. He's
And
like, yeah, you gotta turn
we're
here.
coming from the University of Alberta, so already Ethan's like, I have no idea where I am.
I don't go to the U of A. So I've never been there. And I'm already first time on this road, and he's like, "No, don't turn right here." And I'm like, "Okay, gotta be some other right turn. There's no way this is the one right turn, and it's
the
not the one
road.
I go to." And he's like, "Where are you going?" You're supposed to turn right here. And I'm like, "Here?" I'm like, "Since when?"
you drove by it, and
You told me not to turn there.
your reaction timing was very slow. Too much.
You told me not to turn at the only right turn, and then you yelled at me for not turning.
It was a test.
Failed your driver's test.
Failed your driver's test.
And then we're supposed to turn left at this light, and he's like, "Gotta get in the right lane." And I'm like, "For what?" He's
Then
like,
it didn't
going
matter
on?
because there was still like a U-turn up ahead.
"You didn't know that there was construction."
No. Your point.
No.
Your point.
Like, you didn't know there was construction when you told me to get there.
No.
Like, you were right for the wrong reasons. Like, what the fuck?
It all worked out for me.
What were we talking about?
Morgan Riley contract. I think we were gonna.
I still wanted to. We didn't wrap Jack Eichel.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Eichel.
I wanted
Jack
both
Eichel.
your answers of
Jack
where
Eichel.
you think he's gonna go, and then we started yelling. I started yelling. Sorry.
I think it's possible he goes to Vegas.
I think that's the most likely.
I think
option.
because Vegas, like,
That is possible.
and they're also. I don't think there's another contending team that wants Eichel as desperately as Vegas needs. Eichel.
Vegas
I can
needs
think,
him.
though. Yeah, exactly.
Vegas needs him.
So
Chandler
I think,
Stevenson's not a first
no,
round center.
and I think if you have Eichel, Carlson, Stevenson, and then someone else on your fourth line, I think that's a pretty decent. Center
You can
core.
have a William Karlsson as your second line center. It's just
Chandler can't
Chandler
be the
Stevenson
number
as your
one.
first line center, as that's where the problem arises.
Yep.
Ryan, where do you think? We'll wrap this pretty soon.
I don't think, or I don't
Or does
know.
he stay?
I don't think he's staying.
Yeah, it's unlikely he'll stay. And I don't know if he'll go here. I also agree when.
Hold
he's-
on a second.
Are you kidding me?
Are you talking about him going to Edmonton?
No fucking way.
I didn't say.
gotta
I
be
didn't even get to say the city.
I heard I don't think he'll go here, and I thought
No,
you
no, no.
meant here in Edmonton.
I was gonna say Calgary.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But
Calgary.
what's Calgary giving up?
I don't know if it's
Kachuk
as
to
like. I
Lindholm?
don't know if it's as
Plus,
likely
I don't know if they
as
wanna do
Vegas.
With Eichel.
Sorry,
Not
Hoomp.
as much.
Sorry, Hoomp.
I don't know if it's as likely, but I think Eichel going to Calgary would make the Battle of Alberta like the craziest thing on the planet.
Because you also have Eichel versus McDavid.
Eichel versus McDavid, the battle of the 2015 round or draft.
I was supposed to go to the first Eichel versus McDavid, but
He didn't.
who was injured? I think it was McDavid. Maybe
his
it was
first
Eichel.
year?
When was this?
First year.
Didn't
yeah, he's
McDavid
injured.
get injured in his first? Oh yeah, I was at that
It
game.
was his first. It was his
Brendan
first year that he
Manning.
was injured, but I don't know if it was Eichel or him injured in that game.
Brendan Manning, collarbone.
Oiler legend.
Oh, I was at that game.
You were in Philly?
No, it was in Edmonton.
It was
No, it was in Philly.
I was at the game.
Oh yeah, it was at the
It
game.
was in Edmonton. I went with my grandpa. My parents got tickets and were like, "Hey, go to the game." And then I saw McDavid get squished.
I was
Ethan
thinking
was
about.
sick.
I was thinking about the next year when Patrick Maroon fought Brandon Manning.
That was awesome.
That was in Philly.
badass. That was the Edmonton Oilers of 2016-17. Just made my like life so happy. But then
Did it make you happy when they lost to the Ducks?
No, and they shouldn't have lost to the Ducks.
Oh my!
And I can go on forever about this.
do it.
Okay. Let's start with the obvious.
I think Ryan Kessler was in the right.
I think you're just saying that to make me mad.
There was no goalie interference.
I think you're high.
Maybe I am.
I'm not gonna object to that.
Didn't the Oilers give up 3 goals in like 2 minutes. Or
Yeah,
something?
the Ducks pulled their
with
goalie
no
like
goalie interference.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left with goalie interference.
Do you
Was
want
the winning goal a goalie
I
interference?
will say,
No, the winning goal was a Corey Perry OT goal.
yeah, but I will
Was
say
that the game that Adam Larson scored 2 goals?
it was, and is only 2 goals of the playoffs. And
Probably. I was at the first game against the San Jose Sharks when Lucic scored.
that was the game. No,
lost.
going back to that Ducks game. That was a game. Adam Larson scored, and Andre Sekera scored a bomb from the point. It was awesome. Best day of my life besides every other Oiler win. Anyways,
I thought you could go on for hours. That was like a minute.
I don't feel like it.
I'm just gonna say it. I could bitch and moan all the time about that Vegas San Jose bullshit,
You
but
guys
they
are such
shit.
complainers.
But they shit the bed on that power play or on the penalty kill.
Yeah, you can't give up 4 goals.
So what am I gonna say? Oh, but the ref shouldn't have called it like that. Okay, but they did. What are you gonna do about it?
there was goalie interference on the Ryan Kessler thing. I was just saying that
To piss me
Yeah.
off.
to make Hoop mad, but then
Yeah.
he only talked for a minute.
Yeah, but I will admit too, the Oilers didn't put in any good effort because there was a whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds worth of Ducks pulling their goalie, and they had an open net for a whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And McDavid was on the ice, Draisaitl was on the ice. I'm pretty sure all their best players were on the ice, but
Who won the cup that year?
Pittsburgh Penguins
Pittsburgh Penguins.
against
Who'd
the
they play?
Nashville Predators.
You think
That
you
was a good
think,
playoff
You think the
series.
Oilers are beating the Predators if they make it to the next round?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I can't,
The Predators were really good that year until they lost Ryan Johansson.
Pekka had an insane year that year.
Yeah, they were really good till the playoff, not the cup final, where
They were still good though.
win it or we never know. But do you remember that goal that they got waved off?
Where it was like
Game-
technically in, but the ref lost sight of
He
it.
lost sight of the puck, and then
Such bullshit.
Callie Yarncrook or Colton Sissons or whoever scored, and then they blew the whistle because they couldn't see it, but the puck was right in the crease.
It was horrible.
And then that game ended 1-0 at Penguins, and that was the deciding game. Patrick Hornquist, baby.
No, wasn't that?
Well,
That was the.
That
That
was
was
that
it?
was in Nashville. I think that was game 6,
I think Cody was at my house for that game,
probably.
and I didn't like the Preds, so I was like,
You didn't like the Preds on that run.
No,
I like the Preds.
I didn't like them.
I was.
How do you
cheering
not
for
like them
Edmonton.
on that run?
I was cheering
I
for
just-
Edmonton,
I
but
don't
I
know,
was
I've
a
never
huge.
liked the
I was a
Preds.
huge Rene fan that year, but
Was that the year?
it should have been.
That was the
different.
year the Leafs were in the playoffs. I think first year.
I'm
Against
pretty
Washington.
sure. Yeah.
That was. I remember.
Matthews.
That was the only year I've enjoyed myself.
That
It's
was
when
the only
they
year
lo-
I've enjoyed. That was probably the best year of hockey, if I'm gonna be honest.
When they lost to Washington, I'm like, it's okay. They shouldn't have even made the playoffs anyways. Then they lost to Boston, and then Boston, then Columbus, then Montreal.
It's gonna be Boston again.
I'll make it first. 4-0 win today. No, but that was such a fun year.
That was a fun year.
I still don't. How do you not love Nashville after that year? Like, I don't love Nashville now because I think they're a bunch of boring pieces of shit.
At the time, I think their fans are super annoying, but
I think you're just mad.
the team. I like.
How do you
that
not
one.
love fans who are passionate?
Yeah, you gotta like. Aren't they the ones who did the like whatever goal they were?
They
doing?
do the
like
goalie chant.
Murray.
Yeah, they do this
you
whole, like-
suck. It's
Yeah.
all your fault.
I
That
don't
one.
like. Well, I mean, I think.
How do you
it's-
not love that?
I think that's awesome. I
I
just don't like
wanna
the Predators
know-
as a team. I think their colors are ugly.
I
think their
don't like.
logo
What,
looks
I don't.
stupid.
I don't like when they change their helmets to the yellow helmets.
P helmets.
What the fuck is that? It looks. Also, speaking of like horrible
Oh,
like
geez.
colors,
Vegas Golden Knights.
I wasn't gonna say the Golden Knights. I was gonna go
Oh.
the Colorado Avalanche with
Never
their
mind.
stupid blue pants.
Oh,
But the Golden Knights helmets are also stupid.
I don't think they've won a game wearing those helmets.
They don't look good.
didn't the LA Kings just do that with
Yeah.
silver helmets? Except I actually think the silver helmets
See,
look good. Not
I
because
think
just
they
don't like
all
Vegas,
look
but
stupid,
I think the silver
I
helmets.
think the
from
silver because the
Kings
Silver
look-
Knights do it
and
too.
I think you can make a argument that it's a distraction
for the other team.
for the goalie.
Cry about it.
It's
fine.
why would I cry? It's not. I don't like that team.
Then why do you?
I don't think it's
you're the
really...
you're the fan of the team that's like competing for first in the division with this team.
Cry about it.
If the Oilers lost a playoff series to
I'd
the
probably
Because
cry.
Max Pacioretty's
No.
helmet was like glaring into
Mike Smith's
Smith's eyes.
and I told you to quote cry about it.
I don't like the Golden
Who-
Knights ones.
Whom
I
would be
see.
like, I'm jumping ship.
They'd be like, "Go Golden Knights." Maki's also a bandwagon.
Oh Lord.
It's like go red when these like oh
how many
no.
questions I get right last week or
You
2 weeks
can
ago?
get questions right and still jump.
I went through with
you
it.
you even
They
said
were supposed to be
you
bad. Vegas
even-
was supposed to be bad.
you even said on
Ah,
pod
jeez.
that you jumped ship.
I did jump
We
ship.
didn't
but
even
I
need-
jumped ship to a new team that was supposed to be ass. You
Me
can't
and
even
Cody
lie about
didn't
that.
even need to trick you into doing that.
I
You
did it.
just openly admitted I jumped ship.
I jumped ship.
You jump
I was
ship.
screaming in the studio.
Yeah.
Like,
Cry about it.
why would I cry about it? Mister, I'm jumping ship. No.
Did we ever finish the Jack Eichel talk?
Let's wrap Jack Eichel. I
New
think
York?
Vegas.
I think that'd be awesome.
Jack Eichel is wrapped.
What do you? No. Well, like, what do you think about the Rangers trying to get?
I don't think
Rangers are
they're
trying to get
doing
him?
it.
Yeah, he was one. They were one of the teams that were looking at him. At
The
one
list
point.
has gone like way down now.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
Uh,
think it's just Vegas.
I think a long time ago that that was the most likely destination, but I also think
That was
that's
at the time.
changed
Where's New York now? Like, how are they doing?
in New York.
Okay, I'm
What do you mean?
Whatever.
Where's New York now?
in the standings. What's their point? Like,
Okay, well maybe you should be specific.
oh shit, New York's in New York.
Well, then why did you ask?
Okay, I'm not answering.
They're
the next
second in
question.
their division.
Well,
You didn't
Well-
specify which New York. How am I supposed to know? I assume
Are
it's
the Islanders
Rangers.
making a push for Eichel? Did you
They
hear any-
might be.
Oh my god.
Are you an NHL GM?
Are you?
I am on fucking franchise mode.
yeah, same. Vegas just won the cup too.
I lost
Fuck
in the
yeah.
first round.
I won the cup because I made a trade for Ryan Getzlaf,
Is this in the
and then I found
NHL?
my number one. I found my number one center in him. And guess who was the leading scorer on the team?
Ryan Getzlaf.
Nolan Patrick. He's at 83 overall. I was like, what the fuck? How
Lucky
does that
loves
even-
Nolan Patrick.
I don't even love
for
him. I just think
no
I
reason.
just think he's funny. I don't know why.
But he has
I
two first names.
in my
Yeah, that's why.
Mucky, what do you think about Ryan not buying the new Chell since like
I
NHL
was just gonna say that.
17?
NHL 19.
Really?
The last one I bought, and I didn't.
I
even
went
buy
over.
It.
I went
I
over.
didn't even buy it. I downloaded it because it was free on the apps or on the Xbox.
I went over to his house once, and he's like, "Yeah, you can play Chell while I get changed." And then I look at the teams, and it's like all updated, only Oiler rosters. So he updated it to a T, but only for the Oilers. And
I
then
like
he's like,
manually edited it by myself.
"Yeah,
I'm,
Mike's-
like,
he's
swapping
like-
players. I'm like, yeah, this guy isn't on our team now.
he's like, "Yep." He's like, "Mike Smith, 87."
What?
He was.
I
Mike-
think you
I
should
think-
just buy the game.
Yeah.
I don't.
You have a
Until-
full time job.
Until I hear an NHL game.
This
where
one's
it's,
actually
like,
pretty good.
It is good.
But like when I
know.
hear like on the news, it's like
Everyone's gonna
Big.
say it's shit. You don't know till you play it.
I think it's I mean, like I play on PS5.
I have a
so
lot of
compared
fun.
I think it's more fun than like compared to see, I had 16, 17,
I've had
19,
all
20,
of them
21,
from
22.
14.
and I think that of like all those ones, other than 17, 22 is probably the most fun.
This is my favorite NHL since NHL 14.
Oh, I didn't play.
well, NHL 14's the best one.
That was my first one, and I was
Amazing.
just so lucky that was.
I've played
That was such a good game.
all the NHLs since NHL Slapshot, which was back
Really?
in like 2009 or 10,
Yeah.
and
My
then
you go.
like so that was on the Wii, and then I went and I got like NHL 12 to 15 on the Xbox 360, and then I moved to 17, 18, 19 on the one, and I'm like sitting here, and 15 to 19, they're no different from each other.
21 is
It was.
it's fun. I mean 22, not 21.
22 is fun. I can say 22 is fun.
I'm having fun playing 22.
Like I don't think I've had fun like playing alone on 21 the way I have fun playing on 22.
That's another thing. I do not have a PlayStation, so I don't really
Get
play
one.
with.
Just buy Cody's old one.
Cody's selling a
'Cause I'm looking at a PS5.
PlayStation
I'm not
4.
gonna buy a PlayStation 4 when I'm about to get a PS5.
Hell yeah.
Okay, then
Just have to wait for one to get in stock because they're always sold
I'm
out.
buying them all.
You don't have enough money.
Oh, who says?
You're working now. You could save up.
Yeah,
Also,
you could buy one.
EA Sports, if you're listening, fix the fact that PS5 players can't play with PS4 players
And
on
Xbox.
I don't
NHL.
think that's
And
not an
Xbox.
EA Sports thing.
Whoever decided that
just
was
a
a good idea
PlayStation
is
thing.
an idiot because
Because
I
PS4
actually-
can't run PS5 games, but PS5 can run PS4 games.
Actually, EA make a deal with Xbox and PlayStation so it can be
Let's-
cross-compatible, please.
Why
Because
not?
yeah,
Fuck it.
Literally,
that would be so much better.
No, but
make it like a. Epic
I
Games type
legitimately
thing.
think you should spend the money for this. I'm actually having fun with this game.
It's a fun game.
I played a playoff game with my franchise team. We were down 3-2, and it was game 6, and I got shut out 2-0, and I outshot them 40-20.
Yeah, so realistic.
Fuck
It's a
you,
realistic
Linus
game.
Olmark.
Linus Olmark's awesome. Love him so much.
Fuck
Oiler
that guy.
Legend.
I also hit the post 2 times because I remember
Oh,
I
Jesus.
made sure I played this game before I finished. Before I picked up Hoop. That's why I was late.
Got to work on your aim.
I hit the crossbar.
Quote Shrek. You might
Quote-
want to work on your aim. Have you ever seen Shrek the Third, Ethan?
Nope.
Oh,
Maybe.
well, there's a funny scene where towards the end, the antagonist of the film, Prince Charming, is making a whole scene, like a whole play, so that he can assassinate Shrek in front of like the townsfolk of far, far away. And in the play, he has a real sword instead of a prop one, and he
Oh yeah, it goes
wants to stab Shrek. Yeah, Mucky's seen it. Ethan's yawning because he doesn't care at all. But
Let's end the fucking recording right now.
no, because this is interesting.
Whoa.
This is good stuff. Not sports, but like it's good shit.
We don't have to talk about sports. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Anyway, back to Shrek.
He's like, yes.
Me and
Featuring-
Cody talk about this all the time.
gotta be kidding
We would talk about this all the time. Where
I'm never
we
coming
just
back.
want to. We love talking about sports, but like it's also a lot of fun to talk about just other stuff.
It is fun. I like talking.
Also,
about it.
this is Hoop's best episode so far.
I've
Yeah,
never
he's
talked
talking a
this
lot.
much. Anyway, back to Shrek. Shrek, in a state of such like nothing could
Should
be
I
worse.
turn his mic off?
You can't. I can control the mic. Wait, no, Ethan. don't.
Oh man,
You're gonna ruin the podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna ruin the podcast.
He's being a scamp today. First he left the studio.
Yeah,
Okay,
I should just.
talk about your Shrek.
Yeah. So Shrek, he's chained up to the floor because like.
Okay, but why are we talking about Shrek?
We were just talking about Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
Did
and
we
now
ever
we're-
wrap that up?
That's how.
We
that's
did
how
wrap
good,
it.
That's
We're
how
f-
good of podcasters
We're
we are.
40 minutes in and we've talked about one thing.
I think we've talked. Yeah. Okay. But like we talked about the Oilers. shitty
It's
defense.
38-21. We talked about one thing.
Jack Eichel. Oh, we also
Anyway.
talked about the Oilers, I guess.
Anyway, Shrek is
Okay, I'll give you a minute and a half on Shrek, and then we
Go.
gotta move
Okay.
on.
Shrek, played by Mike Myers, is chained up to the floor.
I will cut you off at 40 minutes.
Okay.
You have a minute 15.
And Prince Charming is singing a song. He's playing. He's like performing a play in front of the townsfolk far, far away. And at the end of the song, what appears to be stabs Shrek, and Shrek pretends to die, and he goes like, "Oh," and he holds the sword, but he deceives Charming and just holds it under his sword or under his armpit, and so Charming thinks he's won. He's killed Shrek, the protagonist of the film, in the third of the trilogy, and Shrek, with the most triumphant moment ever, stands up behind Charming. The audience is in shock, and he pulls the sword from underneath his armpit and says, "You might want to work on your aim." And then the tower next to them on the play set falls down, thus ending Charming, killing the antagonist of the film. And Far, Far Away is saved. Shrek is okay, and everyone's happy. And in the movie, did you know that a dragon had sex with a donkey to have little hybrid
Donkey dragons.
Yeah, Muck, you can get on this.
I don't want to.
So Morgan Riley got signed to an 8-year extension.
Yeah. Fuck. Good segue.
You
I-
did.
I
You,
talked
I thought
about-
you were gonna wrap it up.
I talked about most of what I wanted to. I could have still gone.
We got to a point where I was like, he's gonna wrap it, and then you talked for 20 more seconds.
I thought I immediately after that.
I was like, wow, he's actually gonna get done in before time. Then you're like, fucking donkey dragons and shit like that.
Well, yeah, because that's just cool. Well, it's not cool. It's weird to be in a kids movie, but like
So cool.
DreamWorks, like they do what they want down there. I think like they could put donkeys and dragons having sex with each other and say, "Fuck it, kids movie."
They didn't show that though.
But we all thought it.
Well, that's just how it happens. Have you-
Donkeys can have sex with dragons.
Why not? You being racist right now?
Dragons don't exist.
You don't know
Idiot.
that.
There's bearded dragons.
Idiot.
Bearded dragons exist.
Those are
Yeah.
just tiny lizards. We're talking a
Idiot.
big ass like.
Those things are big.
Yeah.
Lizards are little, man.
Okay, let's get a picture of the dragon from Shrek.
Okay, let's talk about.
Morgan Riley.
Do you guys know the extension?
It's $60 million contract or something.
8 years.
It is. Whom did his research 5 months pre-show?
Look at this. That's a big fucking dragon.
I'm gonna take my iPad.
They
back
can't
from you.
see it on pod.
I'm using Mucky's iPad to search up a picture of the big ass dragon.
We'll talk about the dragon later.
I don't really want to anymore.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, 7.5 for 8 years. What do you think?
Not bad.
Me
for
and
Morgan
Cody
Riley.
play this game all the time. We're gonna play good contract, meh, bad contract. Hoomp, since you so rudely interrupted me, you can start.
Okay. I'd put it so there's a spectrum. You have the far left, you have a bad contract. Middle, you have meh, and then far right, you have good contract. I
Really?
put it slightly.
You have 3 points, and the 1 point here, then this point.
No. On a spectrum, you have a very bad contract, meh, in the middle, and then
I don't think you needed to like visualize that. I think people just thought that that's how it is. Whom's like on the spectrum. No, I didn't mean it like that.
no one thought that. No one cares. Can I finish my
I've been watching a lot of the show Love on a Spectrum. So when I say on the spectrum, my mind immediately goes to like people with disabilities, and I wasn't calling whom disabled.
You called me disabled?
No, I just said I
Oh.
wasn't calling you disabled.
I'm not disabled.
Back to whom talking about his spectrum.
I put that in the middle of meh and good contract, maybe leaning a little towards meh.
Why?
Oh, it's a $7.5 million a year
Yeah,
for Morgan Riley, who is
he would have got more on the open market.
he's still 20. He's 27. He's not that old. He still could do better. I don't think that's a bad contract.
We're gonna go to Mucky now.
Oh, thank you.
For
Good
his
night.
contract?
I'm
yeah,
gonna just
we're gonna
put
play
the mic
good,
away.
meh, or bad.
I
I hope you gave your opinion.
Yeah, but you just kind of stopped it right after. You're like, oh, I just said it, and you're like, okay, go to Mucky. You
Yeah,
didn't
you
even say-
finished.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything like, oh yeah. You could've
Well,
s-
we're gonna go to Mucky, and then we'll go to me, and then we'll discuss as a group.
I don't want to hear your.
Do you want to be the host?
I think I'd make a pretty good host.
Whom
Then
sports
host
talk.
it.
I don't know how, because I don't go to Nate.
Cody doesn't go to Nate either, and he's a host.
Anyway, Mucky, what's your opinion on the Morgan Riley contract?
Fuck, I hate home sometimes.
I love you.
I think it's between meh and good.
That's my opinion too.
Leaning a little bit towards, like, kind of more in the middle, I guess. Not more meh than good or more good than meh. I think right in the middle at like a meh good kind of thing. Because they got him at a good price compared to others.
He just said meh and good like 8 times. He think it's between meh and good. It's like meh good. It's like, it's more of a meh good kind of thing.
I'd like to hear Mucky's opinion and his explanation too.
Thank you, host. Whom.
I'll mute your mic.
I'll walk out of this studio.
Leave. I'm your ride.
You.
I drove you here. Your car is broken.
My car won't shift its gear.
Are you gonna take the bus? Wait, you don't have a free school transit pass like me and Mucky.
Well, it's not free.
It's not free.
It's free with your tuition.
It's free, but
It's free
not
after you pay
Okay,
for
anyway,
it.
They
back
make you
to-
pay for it.
Back to Morgan, I think.
Mucky's opinion.
Meh good because
Who's
he
gonna
got a
make
good
me,
price
like,
on it.
fucking, like murder him mid-pod.
Anyway, Mucky, what's your reasoning for the meh good?
Because they got a good price compared to the other defensemen who were signed.
What a
I
good
agree.
host.
I agree. Where Seth Jones got like 9.1 million.
9.5
9
million.
point-
Yeah.
And Darnell Nurse, who is
Meh.
a different comparison to Seth Jones, because I think Nurse is currently way better than Jones. Not way, but like he is.
I think they're both overpaid.
They're both
Oh,
overpaid,
yeah,
but Nurse
look
is
at what
closer.
defensemen we're getting this offseason,
Nurse is
right?
closer to the $9 million worth than Seth
Ah,
Jones is. Than Seth Jones is.
yeah.
Think about it. Think about it.
I think it's a really good number. But as I touched on earlier, 8 years is not good.
That's a long
Yeah.
contract.
I think 8 years for anyone who's 27, 28 is horrible. I thought that about Ryan
For the
Nugent
player,
Hopkins
it's
in the
good.
summer.
For the team,
I
it's
think that
not.
about Zach Hyman now. Zach Hyman got 7 years, but still, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, great number. 7.5. Yeah, if he goes to free agency, he gets more than that.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty clear.
But he obviously wants to stay in Toronto.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So he
if,
took a bit of
If
a
he
pay
wants
cut.
to like end his career in Toronto, I
That's
don't
what
think
he's doing.
exactly. I don't think that
Always.
contract is the term is even that bad, because if he wants to end it, then why not?
Well,
Can
he
you
won't
talk
get.
more into your mic? Like, can you direct it like to your mouth? You don't have to like adjust your
I
body.
gotta
You can
adjust
just
my
move the
mic.
mic.
I don't want to break it. It looks very expensive.
It is, but it's on a big like mechanical arm.
I don't want to break the mechanical arm with my sheer strength.
You are very strong from lifting all those boxes at Costco.
Damn right. Get a whole workout. Don't even have to go to the gym.
Didn't some kid knock over your boxes?
Okay. I guess
Actually, let's wrap Morgan Riley first.
wrap Morgan Riley, then I'll talk about the dickhead at Costco.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good contract. I hate the term.
Don't
Uh,
hate the term.
8 years is too much, but to get him cheap, you have to commit to 8 years.
Yeah.
So you do what you have to do. He's not going to play the final years of his contract. He'll either be bought out or you'll find an injury there. Yeah, let's consider it wrapped.
Morgan Riley.
Who's the dickhead at Costco?
All right, so I'm working at Costco, right? And I'm a stalker. Not the type of stalker you think. I stock boxes for the average consumer to consume. And so I'm stocking boxes. And as you stock boxes, the job is that you have to take product from one box and put them in another box. That's called boxing down. It's where you empty a box to fill up another box for everyone to look at it and think like, wow, that looks like a pretty cool box. I want to get product from that. So I'm stocking down boxes, and I put them on this big, what's it called? This flatbed. They're the big orange carts that go all the way down to the ground, and you could haul TVs and like furniture on it.
You can haul anything on
You can
that.
haul anything on them. They're very, very useful at
Like
Costco.
boxes and shit.
Yeah, because there's a lot of big products at Bosco.
Bosco.
Costco. Anyways, the job is as I box down, I have to take these empty boxes and put them on this flatbed and haul them all the way to the front, because I work all the way at the back of the building.
Oh my God. It's like a Lord of the Rings book being read out loud.
I could do that. I love the Lord
Don't.
of the Rings.
This is reminding me of when he talked about Shrek.
Wow, that happened not too long ago.
Yeah,
That was this episode, actually.
and it made me feel like I was 100 years old.
Have you even seen Shrek the Third?
I have no idea. I don't
That
watch
is-
stupid child movies.
Okay, well, coming from the Cars guy, love Cars, by the way.
That's like one of your favorite movies.
I didn't like watching stupid child movies. You just did, nerd. Yeah, I called you a nerd.
Idiot. Okay, talk about
Anyway.
your boxes.
So I'm bringing these boxes to the front of the building on a flatbed, and they're stacked up real high. I like stacking them up high, seeing how high I could test I
can sing real high.
and they're already like about to tip over, but I'm not letting it because I'm really good at stocking boxes, in my opinion, or stacking them, in my opinion. And this kid he walks out from one of the aisles, and the store's like packed. Like there's people everywhere. I'm already trying not to like not let people like run into me and knock over the boxes, creating a huge scene. And this little kid with a Dark Knight hoodie and little cargo shorts walks up to me, and he looks at me dead in the eyes and like gives like the smallest nod, like a sinister type, like the most evil nod ever. And I look back at him, and I'm like, I know what he's gonna do, because he's standing right next to my big ass pile of boxes on a flatbed, and this little fucking Dark Knight kid puts his hand on my boxes and pushes them over. You know who's just down the hallway? My supervisor, the warehouse manager, and the produce manager, who I follow under those three command. And they all see they see this pile of boxes fall over. I'm pulling the flatbed. My supervisor comes over to me. He's like, "You gotta watch how tall you stack those boxes, Ryan." I'm like, "They were fine until this kid knocked it over, Supervisor Jeff." And I had to pick up every single box.
One by one, or?
One by one, because I had to restack it, because they wanted me to restack it so that the bigger, like, I'd have more, like, of a bigger base so that they would be less likely to fall over.
This seems like poor planning to me.
Poor planning, you say?
Yeah.
Well, you don't stack, or you don't box down boxes according to what you see. You don't go like, oh, broccoli. Those are the biggest boxes, by the way.
Yeah.
I got to stock those down first. No, you go to what's the shortest in supply, and you box those ones down. You don't go to the ones who are full in supply, i.e. the broccoli. You go to the spinach. You go to the carrots. You go to the peas. You go to the
Okay, but if you
apples.
if you started with broccoli, it wouldn't have fell. So I think this could have been avoided.
Who's going home?
That's not the case here, Ethan. The broccoli was not getting sold out that day. The spinach, however, was. The spinach happens to be slightly smaller boxes than the broccoli.
Yeah.
Actually, come to think of that, they're changing the spinach boxes to be bigger. So, had this event occurred earlier, I think it would be a very different outcome.
This is not a sports talk podcast.
This is very different than your sports.
Usually when we talk about other stuff, we don't. Like, every time we talked about something else, we've had, like, a genuine convo on it. But this episode has just been, like, 20 minutes of Ryan being, like,
Movies and boxes.
not even, he's like, here's the Shrek 3 synopsis. And then he's like, okay, you want to know something? A little fucking shit. Knocks my boxes over. This little douchebag here.
This little douchebag in the Dark Knight hoodie.
My manager gets mad at me? You kidding me? Give me a break. Here's this little fucker in the Dark Knight hoodie. You'll never be fucking Batman, dude. Who do you think you are?
By the way, that kid, if you're listening to this podcast, you're never welcome back to Costco.
Kid, if you're listening to this podcast, I swear to God, if he ever catches you, he'll beat your fucking ass, kid. I don't stand a chance.
I hope you hear this message.
Kid.
Fucking kill you.
I'm the fucking Joker, baby.
I'm concerned now.
The Atlanta Braves are going to win the World Series.
Okay, good for them.
Good for them.
I don't watch baseball.
It really sucks that Cody's not here for this episode for that one reason.
Does he like the Braves or the Astros?
He hates the Astros.
So I would assume
he's
he's
happy.
rooting for the Braves.
But I'm starting to realize that every time I say something, the opposite happens.
Say the Oilers are winning the first round.
They're probably
the
gonna.
Leafs are winning the first round.
Ah, shit.
Every time I say something, the opposite happens. Because when Mucky was on last time, I went on a tirade about how the underdog always loses in the championship. And the Braves are going to, like, smoke the Astros. They're going to win the World Series tonight.
Well, what's the
it's-
score?
It's like 7-0 with, like, an inning to go.
Oh, they're gonna lose totally.
Big comeback incoming.
Braves suck.
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
Mm.
I wanted the Braves to win, but I was out here like,
They're getting fucked.
if you think about it,
You were like Houston in 3, if I could say it.
I did
Right?
say,
Yeah.
not that's not what I wanted, but if you think about it, in what major sport has the underdog team made it to the finals and won in recent years?
Toronto
Las
Raptors
Vegas.
2019. Vegas lost.
I mean, had they not lost, they would have.
Were the Raptors underdogs?
I think so.
Weren't they like top in the East?
Yes, they were.
No, they were second to the Bucks.
Oh,
It's still second. It's not an underdog.
Oh yeah, but they were the underdog compared to.
They
were the ones with the magical run.
I'm talking like a Cinderella story who goes from like barely making it to winning.
you heard of dodgeball?
The St. Louis Blues. Were they in last place?
Oh yeah,
They were in
They
last
were
place,
in last place
up
in the
until
season.
like halfway into the season, and then they
I-
won the cup.
That's true, but like
that is. a
That
good
was what,
underdog
5
story.
years ago?
Yep.
it's less. Gotta be.
It was like
4
right
years?
before. It was right before the Lightning won their first.
3 years ago.
Their cup.
But like I think about
Unless that was the Capitals.
like you guys don't know.
2019.
You guys
Yeah.
don't
Oh, wait,
really.
Caps won in 2020.
You don't really pay attention to baseball, but like the Atlanta Braves are about to win the World Series, and there were teams in the American League who had better records than them, but just because they were in the National League, they made the playoffs.
Being
Like
a
the
Cana-
Toronto Blue Jays had a better record and missed out, and the Braves are gonna win the fucking World Series.
I was just gonna say I don't know much about baseball, but I did hear that the Toronto Blue Jays, my bad,
They were a win away, weren't they?
they were
Pardon?
weren't they like going off? Then they lost like
They
9
were really
games?
streaky.
streaky. I like that.
They have a
word.
really good offense, but they sometimes couldn't pitch.
ah.
They should be better.
I hope something to cheer about in baseball.
You play baseball.
I did play
Ian
baseball.
Ryan played baseball this year, and he didn't know what was happening.
Want me to talk about baseball?
Nope.
No.
I don't want. If you
no.
want to talk about the MLB, but I don't think we need to do a 20-minute talk
Analysis
on
on
our
House League?
House League or Drawson Pirates baseball team.
We could talk about how we
We
moved
won
up
bronze, baby.
in a tournament that was in fact or that was with a team that was against other teams who were better than us. That is an underdog story in my opinion.
We didn't win though. We won third. We got we
Top
got
3.
third of four teams.
In a league that's significantly better than us.
We won our whole House League,
I'm playing Jeff
so they
Beck,
put
join
us
right
in the good team league, and the good team league was like rep ball players.
We played against Cody's team in the other league and we destroyed them numerous times.
2 times.
Hey. 2 is more than 1. As I'm yawning into the mic.
I think I've been talking too much.
Yeah, you should stop.
I'm gonna stop.
No, keep talking. Podcasting's just talking.
I like talking. I like talking. Okay.
This is your best episode in my opinion because you don't seem nervous.
I'm not. Also because it's not all just based on analysis and sports. Because
Yeah, you can talk about Shrek and fucking boxes.
yeah, I can talk about stuff.
Comma.
Fucking comma boxes.
Yeah.
To be clear, Ryan does not fuck the boxes. That we know of. I don't work at Costco.
A lot of things happen at Costco.
Ah, jeez.
A lot of things that you don't want to know, boys.
You don't even know half of them.
Costco scandal coming out soon.
Probably.
Costco's,
Let's see it.
Costco's awesome. Go to Costco. Buy your shit there. It'll really help the
Shameless plug.
No, this is a shameless plug. Go to fucking Costco.
Costco's cool.
Costco is cool. I like it there. I work there
Seems
and
like
I
a
still
great
don't.
job.
I work there and I still don't have my membership card.
That's
Is that
fucked up.
even allowed?
I don't know. No, you just can't buy anything.
That's so
And
stupid.
they know I work there.
Do you get gas?
Not
No,
from
you can't get gas
Costco because
without
it's more expensive there.
How?
Huh?
It's all cheaper at Costco.
No, it's way cheaper.
Oh, must
What
be
does it
me.
cost at Costco?
I don't even remember.
Oh, like
Because it's $138 everywhere else in Alberta.
Mine's like 180.
180.
Yeah, I take premium.
Oh,
Wait, you take
you
premium.
take premium.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So yeah, mine's like 180.
Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah.
Not me.
Your car's broken.
My car's
Mine was broken
Car
until
doesn't
like a
take
few
any
days
gas.
ago.
My car's from the 80s and broken.
Every time I talk to Ryan, his car's broken, or he loses his keys.
It's a shame because it's such a nice truck, but it's just flawed. My tummy rumbling.
We were going camping right after we graduated,
I just had to
like
go.
us and the rest of the boys. And me and Ryan were going to drive out, and he was going to drive. And we woke up early, and we were about to leave, and we packed everything in his truck. And he looks at me, he's like, I don't know where my keys are. Then we searched around for like an hour and
2
a half
hours.
looking for keys. And then we get a call from one of our friends. He's like, are you almost here? And we're in the 7-Eleven parking lot drinking Slurpees. We're like,
In
5
Ethan-
minutes,
in
5
Ethan's
minutes.
truck.
Yeah, because I had to drive.
And they called us and asked if we were almost there. And
Like, we're almost here.
we're
5
like
minutes.
5 minutes away, even though it's like a
Yeah, it
45
was like a
minute
45
drive.
minute drive out.
We're like,
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes. And we're like, we're almost there. We're slipping our Slurpees in the 7-Eleven parking lot.
that
like,
was so much fun.
just wait for us. We'll be there pretty soon.
You're still 40 minutes away though.
We
Yep.
haven't. We didn't even leave.
Didn't even leave. It was
We
awesome.
were like 5 minutes away from my house,
Ugh.
and we had been looking for his keys for like 2 hours.
We were all ready for like that 2 hours too. Like everything was set until I realized, hey, I don't have my keys.
Yeah, like I don't know why we spent the time loading everything into Ryan's car just to him to be like,
How
"I
did
don't
you
know,
unlock the
Marcouche."
car?
My car? Oh, it's very old. So you could fit like almost any key in there and just turn it.
He's like, it's a good truck.
No,
it's a fun truck. It's a
your
nice
truck is fucked.
It is fun.
You pull on the door and it like separates.
Yeah, the inside part of the door gets like stuck in the door jamb, and
WD-40.
WD-40
I don't know what that means.
It's like a spray
It's a
that
spray
makes things.
that fix it, but
It would probably fix it.
Flex Seal.
it's debatable. Maybe.
Just pour a little bit of oil on it. Just a little.
I don't know.
I don't know
You
cars.
have to see my door.
So I don't think that's right.
I don't know cars.
Yes,
I
you
like
do.
cars. I'm really stupid with cars though.
Okay, but you being quote stupid with cars is like
I like how you looked at me. It's Mucky who said that.
we're not on camera.
Yeah, but
Nobody knows that.
I do though. I think you're talking about me being stupid with cars. I'm not that stupid.
I
with
didn't
cars.
say you were stupid with cars.
You looked at me when you said it.
Sports talk.
Nobody on the who's listening could even remotely know.
If it's
We could all be
That
in
I
different
looked at
rooms
you.
for all they know.
We are in different rooms.
No, we're not. We're in the same room.
COVID safety.
We're in the same room.
And we're kissing.
Okay. Yeah, back to your thing about being stupid about cars, Ethan.
Sports.
I don't even know what I was going to say.
Okay.
When you so rudely interrupted me.
What did we even talk about today?
On the
Jack Eichel.
pod?
Jack Eichel, Morgan
Sports-wise?
Riley, Shrek.
The Edmonton Oilers' shitty-ish defense.
Not ish.
Shitty defense.
Offensively, they're
When are
really
you
good.
guys going to...
Oh, hash it out.
Yeah, I want you to talk about why you think your respective teams are going to win the division. Because we have a little... I made a little group chat with Ryan and Mucky to discuss just show details, and like 3 hours ago they were they were arguing about because Ryan thinks the Oilers are going to be number one in the division and Mucky disagrees.
The Oilers will win the division purely on offense and Mike Smith.
I don't think that's what you said.
That is total and
episode
utter
one.
bullshit. The Oilers are winning the division if Vegas stays broken. That's the only way it's happening.
I think Mucky is salty.
Salty.
Yeah, but it's also you can't tell me I'm wrong.
I still don't
I'm
think
not-
they were playing good when they were healthy.
Look at
For
the
one game?
look at the Oilers.
Just one
offense,
player
though.
doesn't mean you're fully broken.
Yeah. But how many let me Google this. Like so many people are out.
You're not wrong, but
Not
like
wrong, but like,
they still weren't playing good when they had it, like most of
Yeah.
their players.
And I'm not saying
That's
Vegas-
debatable.
I would like the Oilers and I'm gonna say this. Like I'm gonna stand by this. The Edmonton Oilers' offense is significantly better than previous years. They have much better depth. And I
Derek
think like,
Ryan.
Huh?
Derek Ryan.
Goat.
not just Derek Ryan. Warren
Kyle
Fogel's
Turris.
been noticeable.
Devin Shore, baby.
Devin Shore, baby. Zach Hyman. He's not.
Their offense is
He's insane.
a lot more. I was gonna say more better, which isn't grammar.
Well, we're getting.
It's a lot better.
They're
It's got a
getting-
lot of depth.
like in previous years, I have not seen as much like secondary goal scoring as much as I have so far this year, and that's
Because
what
they've never had secondary
Yeah.
goal scoring.
exactly. They're getting much better secondary goal scoring, and their defense, where they should be focusing more on defense, is also putting up points. So I'm not completely worried about the Oilers' chances of being first in the division. I do think Vegas can still take first in the division, but Edmonton is competition,
I
yeah.
think
huge competition, and the Flames maybe if they keep doing well.
both teams are going to be good.
They
The
are.
only problem I have with the Oilers is they don't play the style to win in the playoffs.
And I was gonna say
Yeah.
that they can win.
They
the
play like the
division.
Leafs.
They could win the division. Yeah, they're the Leafs of the Pacific. They can play in
Also,
sa-
the Pacific
okay.
is shit.
Yeah.
except for
There's
the,
two teams.
except for the
and
Oilers
Calgary.
And, yeah,
Calgary's been really good.
Yeah.
Calgary's like over
The
board.
Pacific is horrible.
They are.
And if you miss the playoffs in the Pacific,
You're
you're
shit. You're
bad.
Bad.
King's
But
hat.
to come back to your one player being out, the only game that most of the players were in were the Kraken Knights game. That was the one. Because
Oh,
the
yeah,
next
that's the
game
opening game.
Yeah, the next game was against LA where Mark Stone was hurt and Pacioretty was hurt.
If you're
There
gonna,
goes your first line.
what was the score of the Kraken?
4-3 on a soccer
No
goal.
kick?
I don't want to get into it.
If your team was more
Me and Cody
healthy-
talked about
if
it.
your team was more healthy,
Or you just turned on my Siri.
because the Seattle Kraken, they're
Bad.
they're not good. They have
Yeah.
cool jerseys, and their
I think
mascot.
that's debatable.
Huh?
I
I
think,
think
they're
that's
kind of plain. I think
debatable.
their colors are cool, but I think
Colors
they're
are
kinda
very
plain.
cool. I think they could have.
I think the away jerseys look a lot better than the boring home jerseys.
I like the anchor logo.
logo.
Shut
Well,
up.
I saw one that had the S around the anchor.
Yeah, that.
That's cool
I
as
think they
hell.
have a cool logo.
even
it's
even just
okay.
the S is cool, but I don't.
Eh.
Overall, it's
It's kind of boring.
a plain jersey.
I think it's cool, but it's kind of boring.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're playing a team like Seattle and your team is very healthy, or especially Vegas, it should
Yeah.
not be a 4-3 game. Based
No,
off
they definitely blew that. They were winning 3-0 and then they blew it,
Mm-hmm.
which happens. Okay,
Yeah.
but the next game you lose Pacioretty and Stone, and then in the next game you lose defensemen, and then in the next game you lose these people. I think they got Nick Roy back against the Oilers, but wow.
quite the pickle.
So
Yeah,
they're
and then
in a
Zach Kassian
pickle,
scored
and
that
I
awesome
think
goal.
I think when they get healthy again, they'll start moving back up. I just think it's a thing that they need to just make some points to stay within reach. And I'm not too worried about them come playoff time because they've proven they can be mid in the
Yeah.
first bit of the playoffs, and then they fall apart.
Especially if they're healthier in
Yeah.
the playoffs. So
I hope Vegas wins the round.
Against the Oilers?
No, I hope
Oh.
Vegas wins first in the division. Because I want to see an Edmonton-Calgary first round.
Oh, yeah.
lots if Calgary can maintain their
I think Calgary's taking third in division.
yeah,
I think Calgary's not great.
but there's no other competition.
They've been playing better with Daryl.
I think Markstrom's played really
Markstrom's
good.
also
Markstrom's
played
been
lights out.
carrying.
But,
That
like, I don't
happens.
think they've
You
been...
can't tell me Mike Smith hasn't carried sometimes for the Oilers.
Yeah.
Well, there's Mike Smith, but he's the only one. He's the only one on the defensive end, like defending preventing goals. The Oilers are just all offense.
the Oilers.
That's their name.
Yeah, I was saying it like the in-arena host.
Nerd.
He's like Oilers.
You're the fan.
You're the
You
guy
went
who
to the
just-
game yesterday.
I am a fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, you are.
Just had to-
What are you breaking?
nothing. Flicking this.
Mucky's iPad.
I'm breaking Mucky's iPad.
I just fucking...
He just broke the chair.
No, I just actually... I was sitting on the chair, and it's like one of these... it's one of these, like, like wheelie chairs, and I pressed down on the thing and I sunk to the ground. Because I was trying to lift it up and I just sank to the ground. Oh, I wish people could see that.
They can't because this is a podcast.
You can have podcasts on video.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have cameras.
We don't have cameras.
We could rent a camera.
Why didn't we rent a camera?
Because I don't know how we'd set it up.
We could set one up. We could set up the big camera like on you, and then we could set up like phone cameras.
Yeah, but then he has to like do all
Then
this
I have to
editing and
edit it.
stuff.
I could help. I'm pretty good at editing. I know Premiere Pro.
Do you want to produce it?
I'd have to think about it because it takes commitment, and I don't want to like commit to something until I'm for sure about it. Hey, at least I'm telling you ahead of time.
Ryan,
I'm saying I would.
Ryan's like, he's like, I'll help, and then I'm like, you want to do it?
I'd
And
help,
he's
but
like-
all I
he's
know
like,
how to
"Ah."
edit is iMovie.
He's
I
like,
just said Premiere Pro.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
know,
like-
that's why I'm saying I would say I'd help, but I don't
Oh,
know
I thought
Premiere
you were
Pro.
imitating
I just
me.
know iMovie.
I thought you were imitating.
Pretty good
me.
at iMovie too.
iMovie.
Not gonna lie.
iMovie, when done well, you can do really good stuff
I
on
know.
iMovie.
I know because all I
iMovie's,
do is good stuff on iMovie.
iMovie's really easy to learn, and it's a nice start, but you got to get Premiere Pro on this shit.
Premiere Pro is like
I use
Fi-
Premiere Pro
it's like
for
the,
all my other stuff.
it's
cool.
like top notch like Hollywood movie editing software.
I want a
insane.
movie that was edited on iMovie. I think that'd be hilarious.
I think it would be really funny if like really famous movies were shot and edited on iMovie.
That would be cool.
With like the music, where it's like doo, 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 doo,
Yeah, it's
doo,
like the
doo,
iMovie
doo, doo,
downloadable
doo,
music.
doo, doo, doo.
Like, could you
Like,
imagine?
the trailers are pre-made.
Could you imagine The Godfather but edited on iMovie, and it's got like the
I think The Godfather would be easier to edit because
and it's got like the royalty free music in the back.
think of something like an epic movie like Transformers or the new
Imagine
Star Wars movie.
1917 but on iMovie.
Imagine the
That'd be dope.
Avengers, but on iMovie,
Yeah,
and
make-
instead of
think
the
of, like,
theme playing
sci-fi
in
movie.
like the big like group shots, it's like that one song that's like do 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 do.
Yeah, I know.
do
Do,
do 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 do, and it's just like that like epic scene in Infinity War when Thor came out of the sky and everything, and it's like do do do. I think that'd be hilarious. Someone
Maybe-
should make that edit. Send it to me.
Maybe we'll post that on our Insta.
You just hit the mic.
I just hit my face on the mic. Maybe
I've hit
we'll-
my hat a few times on the mic, so if you're listening, you're just like a.
It's like a
My
Did
hat.
you know that when you're talking into a mic, you're supposed to wear your hat backwards?
no.
I'm not gonna do that. I look dumb with my.
You
hand,
didn't
by
tell
the way.
us that ahead of time.
Well, I don't think
We're all wearing hats.
Yeah, and none. I don't. That's what you're supposed to do, but like, we're fine.
I deleted the iMovie app
You deleted the iMovie app?
because I've been using Premiere Pro in my classes
On
at
your
school.
phone?
No, not on my phone, but at
No,
school
I
on the
had on my
computer I've been
phones.
using Premiere Pro, so I haven't had any use of iMovie on my phone.
Yeah. Why use iMovie if you don't have to?
Exactly. So what else should we talk about?
What other hockey stuff is happening?
Not much.
Hockey news. Oh, Carey Price is close to coming back. I saw that on the score today.
CP Rice?
Right. Yeah. I saw Carey Price to return soon from NHL Player Assistance Program, head coach says.
How about that? Slap me sideways and call me silly.
Yeah.
Like what?
Haven't confirmed, but don't have exact dates from Ducharme, whoever that is.
It's their coach.
The coach? I don't know. I don't.
I was sending a
Oh.
text.
The Habs.
Yes, Ethan.
We
puts the
just
whole
found out
podcast.
live that I bombed an assignment.
Oh, no.
What happened?
I got 33%.
On what?
Killed
Like
it.
what was the assignment?
It's a writing assignment.
Oh,
What? I got 10%.
It was worth
Oh.
10%.
Yeah. It's not horrible.
Could be worse.
Fuck. I thought I did pretty good on that assignment.
gotta
It's-
do better on those.
There's the
assignments.
one time in grade 12 math 30-1. It was a trigonometry test. Now, I was not good at math 30-1, but I was in it for some reason, and I figured, okay, I'll just stick in it whatever until I finish the class, and then if I have a passing grade, cuz I didn't need it. So I was like, if I have a passing grade, whatever. If I don't have a passing grade, I'll drop it on the last day. So I finished the test and I was like, "Oh, I think that was okay." And our teacher did this thing where she would we'd do homework and then she would mark in front of the class. And
That's
sometimes
fucking
she'd be like, "Wow, guys, this is really, really bad." And then there was one test where she was like, "One of you got 0 of the multiple choice right." And I look at my friend and I'm like, "That was you." And then when I get my test back, I think I got 4 out of 24 or something on the test.
Was it you who got-
It was me.
Lucky.
I know.
Oh.
And, yeah, needless to say, I failed that class. But when I took Dash 2, I killed it, knocked it out of the park. Because all the shit that I knew from Dash 1 was like what we were learning in Dash 2. Moral of the story, take Dash 2 because it's better.
Okay, we don't have a lot more to talk about. I don't think. And we have the studio for like 20 more minutes.
I'm very happy right now because I'm looking at the fantasy draft we're all part of, and
Who's probably winning?
I think I'm gonna take the top spot after today.
Yo, I'm probably in last.
You
Because I have
might.
Robin in that. He lost again.
I've been pretty consistent besides yesterday. I've always been like first, second, but yesterday I was in fourth. But today my team put up 2 goals, 8 assists, +7, 6 penalty minutes, and a good old fashioned, I think, shutout by the good old Jack Campbell, and
Yep.
courtesy of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Shut.
And
We're broken. Not my fault. If the Leafs didn't win that game and like really win that game, like not close win, I think Ethan would be very upset.
They
crying like
just
a
finished
baby.
the game before we started recording.
4-0.
So I couldn't watch it, so I couldn't really form an opinion on the
They
game.
really outplayed the Knights from what I watched.
I was gonna watch it, but then I
They totally outplayed them.
didn't.
I think at one point shots were like 20-9 or something, which is to be expected.
Good. They should outplay a team that doesn't have any other players.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh lost 7-2 to
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
a Penguinless Penguins team.
We talked about that on the app, so I'm not gonna get into that now. But that really made me mad. That was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Should we wrap?
I don't know.
No fun game today.
I didn't prep anything because I was so busy.
Okay.
Hope
Well,
any fun games? I don't know.
any fun games like video games?
No.
Because I can
Got
go
games
on.
on your
This
phone?
is how you know. Hope doesn't
I do
listen.
have a couple video games on my phone
Oh
actually.
boy.
Quite recently, I've been replaying EA and Fox Digital Entertainment, their Simpsons Tapped Out game, which came out in, I do believe, 2011? When
He's
did
googling it.
I think we should wrap.
I agree.
Simpsons Tapped Out?
Okay.
Anyway, I started playing Simpsons Tapped Out back in
Hoom's mic is off.
2012.
Your mic is off. They can't hear you.
I think they can hear me if I speak loud enough. And so
Oh my god.
Wrap it, Ethan.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening to episode 8 of the Misyk And Maat Sports Talk
on the level
podcast.
99.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Ethan Matt, ETHANMAAT.
It is currently
You're gonna find the
the Jur-
Misyk. You'll find the Misyk And Matt Sports Talk Instagram in my bio.
the
You can
Jurassic
also-
Park update.
You can also find our website in there. Mucky, do you want to plug anything?
Anyways,
Nah, it's okay. It's not my
No.
show.
Plug it. You're a guest.
I don't know my Instagram off heart, but I follow Ethan, so if you just go onto his following and search up my name,
Find
you'll
him.
find it.
I've already collected most of the
Okay, Hoomp, I'm going to turn your mic back on so you could plug your socials.
Okay.
He's gonna plug his Simpsons.
I'm gonna plug in my Simpsons.
Do you have a Simpsons account?
Yeah, but I don't remember that one. You could follow me on Instagram at ryan.j.thomp, THOMP, or you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter at the good old fashioned at Ryan Thompson 097, as in Connor McDavid,
But your
or
favorite player was Leon.
it is, but McDavid's the best player in the world. Or you could add my Snapchat, which is
Colin Patrick.
Thomp_3R.
Okay, Thomp. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to be back when we come back. We don't ever really have a set schedule. We'll talk to Cody. He'll be back. That's the other half of the Misyk and Maat Sports Talk pod.
I could talk about the Lord of the Rings next time.
Home's not coming back on the show.
I'm not coming back.
No, we're
I've been
gonna.
interrupted way too many times tonight.
We'll have Mucky and Ryan back eventually.
Yeah, we'll hash it out part 2.
But thank you guys for listening. Follow us on YouTube and SoundCloud. Misyk and Maat Sports Talk. Thank you guys. Goodbye. I can say bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
You.
The Atlanta Braves just won the World Series. Yay!